And it is time for PIHL Penguins Cup Hockey on the North Catholic Sports Network and 10-Band TV. Tonight, from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, it's Class AAA quarterfinals action featuring the number 7 seed South Fayette Lions and the number 2 seed Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Hello, everybody. Tyler Polk with you here for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Chartiers Valley in our first game of the night defeated North Catholic 5-0. And they advance to the Class A semifinals, emanating next week from RMU. These two teams squared off twice this season with a split in the series. On December 9th, South Fayette defeated Mount Lebanon 4-3, and then on February 3rd, Lebo got their lick back as they defeated South Fayette 5-2. This game features two of the biggest offensive pieces in all of the PIHL, with Xavier Bias and Robert Chiapetta, in the top 2 in AAA scoring. So this is a big-time matchup, an opportunity for South Fayette to return to the PIHL Penguins Cup championship game. Their last time they won the Penguins Cup in 2023, and then went on to win the PA State Cup against Pennsbury 7-4 in a tremendous game that had all you wanted. Special team scoring and, of course, quick scoring by South Fayette to seal the deal against the Falcons as they start on another journey towards the Penguins Cup and the PA State Cup, which, by the way, this year is emanating from RMU Island Sports Center. That's where we'll be next week for one of these two if they win this quarterfinal matchup. One thing to learn about both of these two teams is that last year, quarterfinals losses for a piece of them, but it's been really apparent for Mount Lebanon. Since making the Penguins Cup Finals in 2021, they haven't made it out of the quarterfinals in each of the previous 3 seasons. In fact, their struggles to make it out of the quarters expands to just after their last Penguins Cup. 10 of their last 15 playoff appearances have ended in the quarterfinals. South Fayette had 2 Penguins Cup appearances before they finally got over the hump, as they lost in 2019 6-3 to Montour, and then in 2016 3-1 to Franklin Regional, both of those occurring in AA. They moved up to AAA this season, and I had a talk with head coach Matthew Schwartz. He said they're loving their time up here. They got it used to, of course, not having the big travel that you have in AA helps as well. One big thing to look out for on both sides is Xavier Bias for Mount Lebanon. 15 goals, 15 assists for 30 points. He has 2 power play goals this season and 5 power play points to add on to a shorthanded goal. He's the leading scorer for the Blue Devils, and right behind him is Liam Shin with 16 goals, 11 assists for 27 points. He has 2 power play goals and 6 power play points. Robert Chiapetta is the leading scorer for South Fayette. He has 9 goals, 23 assists, and 32 points. That leads Class AAA. He does not have a power play goal this season, but he does have 10 power play assists to his credit. Trevor D'Alessandro right behind him in scoring. He's actually in third. Nathaniel Keller with 15 goals and 13 assists for 28 points. D'Alessandro, 11 goals, 13 points, 13 assists, 24 points, 7 power play goals, 11 power play points. For Keller, 4 power play goals, 10 power play points. Moments away from the start of the second of our doubleheader here from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. It's the 2 seed Blue Devils, the 7 seed South Fayette Lions, coming up next on North Catholic Sports Network and 10-Band TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Lebanon Ice Center for the 2025 Penguins Cup Playoffs. Tonight, PIHL presents a quarterfinal matchup in the AAA division between the number 7 South Fayette Lions and your number 2 Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you're able. Remove your hats and direct your attention to the flags above the penalty boxes for the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing that star-spangled banner yet It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And we're just about ready for the Class AAA quarterfinal from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Mount Lebanon 13-4-0-0 this season. They're the number 2 seed. South Fayette 7-9-1-1. They are the 7th seed. Head coach for the Blue Devils is Jeremy Church. He's assisted by David Hornack, David Klasnick, Mort McVeigh, and Kurt Voss Hoynes. Head coach for South Fayette is Matthew Schwartz. He's assisted by Christian Hansen, Tori Schwartz, and Brandon Timmons. Winner moves on to RMU in the semifinals next week. And we're underway from the Ice Center. Eli Petter pushes one up looking for Hudson Venom. Puck relayed by Nathan Tran for Zach Lynham. Took a check and has to deal it off, and Mount Lebanon moves it up, but it goes the length of the ice for an icing. Mount Lebanon, 69 goals for this season, tied for second, 46 goals against. That leads Class AAA. Face-off controlled by the Blue Devils. Xavier Bias, the leading scorer, tried to chip it up, and it's recovered by Mount Lebanon at neutral ice. Liam Shin makes the move. Hudson Venom has it down the right wing. His shot off the blocker of Hayden Beish. And now a giveaway and a save made by Jackson Ankrum. Stop on Liam Shin as he got the puck back, but could only backhand it into Ankrum. Both teams with a shot apiece to begin the game. Staszewski on the drive for it. And then the shot. Zolkowski could not get the shot away. D'Alessandro chips and chases and puts a shoulder into Brian Opperman. Save made by Hayden Beish. And puck moving to neutral ice. Zolkowski trying to win it back. Laying in to help him out as that puck is near the half wall up top. D'Alessandro dumps it in. Chased down by Pierce Canardi. Canardi whips one for Opperman, who zings one up the right wing. Intended for Liam Shin, but it goes for icing. A minute 43 into the first period. Still no score, with both teams owning a shot on goal. Hayden Beish, 10-3-1, 236 goals against average, 920 save percentage, 2 shutouts. On the other side, Jackson Ankrum, 8-5-0, 313 goals against average, 885 save percentage. Check of the equipment of Liam Shin, making sure that his helmet is secure to the noggin. And puck drop, Imler racing in there as it stays in the South Fayette offensive zone. Shot deflected on just wide into the near corner. Imler sends it back behind off the end boards, recovered by Hudson Venom. His pass takes Dylan Mock out of the zone, and he hits one off the wall out of play over the Mount Lebanon bench. Face off in the neutral zone. And they'll put it at center ice. Rygaard on the draw won it. And Daniel Hudson slides it in. Sam Eberhardt rolls it back up the boards. And Ben Curda with a move on. Pass for Graham Resler. Behind the nets. Can't be stopped by the Blue Devils, and Opperman will reload it back into the zone. Randall Fisher takes it behind the net for South Fayette. Pass up the boards for Daniel Hudson. Brody File, nicknamed the File Cabinet on the team, races in with Rygaard. Rygaard pressured from behind by Xavier Bias, and the puck goes in! Braden Rygaard opens the scoring for South Fayette. They have a goal, and with 14-11 remaining in the first, South Fayette has a 1-0 lead. One nothing South Fayette. D'Alessandro working in front, tries a wraparound, and it couldn't get behind the goaltender, Hayden Beish. Might have been cut off by Mount Lebanon. Tran trying to move it. Zolkowski. And it's moved up by South Fayette. Pressuring is Keller. Vezio will send it in deep. Zach Lynham moves it for Zolkowski. His shot well wide of the near post. Almost a free breakout. And moved up by Eli Petter, but nothing doing from there as Mount Lebanon reverses it back in. Petter, the captain for South Fayette, makes the move and moves it up the right wing. Chiappetta, Opperman there to intercept. Griffin Krupp will dump it deep. Nathan Snyder, giveaway in front, and Bias is denied by Jackson Ankrum. Braden Rygaard gets that goal unassisted. 2:49 into our opening period. False draw with Chiappetta and Liam Shin, and Shin's kicked out for Griffin Krupp. Krupp wins the draw to the end wall. Rolled around by Petter on his backhand. Opperman can't chase up to it, and it's a high stick. Brian Offerman, the senior captain, 2 goals, 13 points this season with 3 power play assists. Face off in the offensive zone of South Fayette as Chiappetta will take the draw against Shin. Referee gives some instructions to both sides not to jump the draw. Won by South Fayette. Mock sends it in through bodies. It goes wide at the near post. Venom couldn't handle it. Replayed by Eberhardt. And it's up the right wing for Xavier Bias. As Griffin Krupp whip him, tried to center it. Deflects off a body. Through some skates, Dylan Mock couldn't play it up. He'll have to relay back into his zone deeper. Pressured is Venom, and it's going back to Jackson Ankrum. And he'll just stop play from there. Mount Lebanon with 4 Penguins Cup championships, 1 in 2006 versus North Allegheny, 3-1, 3-0 versus Meadville in 2024, 5-0 versus Upper St. Clair in 1985, and 4-2 versus the Churchill Chargers in 1976. That also counted as a PA State Cup victory as well. Back to neutral ice with Daniel Hudson. File plays it forward. Nathan Tran missed a stick of Caden Lane. Luca Romanelli back deep, and it's an icing by Mount Lebanon. 11:49 remaining in the first. 1-0 South Fayette on the goal by Braden Rygaard. Shots are 2 apiece for both sides. 2-7 matchup. The winner takes on number 3 North Allegheny or number 6 Central Catholic. Puck held up behind the net off the end of the netting. Staszewski moves it up the wing with Caden Lane. Lane makes a move down the right wall. Waffle boarded away by Jackson Ankrum. Zolkowski motors it back in. Luca Romanelli. And a big hit by Chase Staszewski.
The PIHL website has all the information you need for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs, including brackets, quarterfinals, schedules, and broadcast.
Puck stopped up on the play, and Graham Resler will take the draw against South Fayette. Won by Nathaniel Keller for the Lions. Puck stays in deep for Mount Lebanon in the offensive zone. Petter overtakes, then moved up the left wall. Trevor D'Alessandro stick checks and one back by Nathaniel Keller. Sent down by Graham Resler. It goes to length for icing. Face off back in the Mount Lebanon defensive zone. 6:15 played in the first, 1-0. Braden Rygaard getting the goal at even strength, unassisted. Back official gives a warning towards both sides about jumping the gun again. Bias moves it for Griffin Krupp. He couldn't handle the pass. Liam Shin racing in on the back check. Good work by Bias. Replayed by Krupp. Stick the side on the pads by Ankrum. And it's moved up by South Fayette. Mikhail Lobanov will slide it up forward. Does not have the momentum for icing. Play continues. Nathaniel Keller with the intercept at neutral ice, but he plays it right into the hands of Nathan Tran. Tran, second effort, denied again with Nathaniel Keller. Griffin Krupp will shovel it in the zone. Petter moves it up. D'Alessandro with the touch will move it into the zone cleanly, no icing. Nearly is taken by Hudson Venom. We can only get a piece of it. Motored forward, Caden Lane. His shot fanned. It might have been blocked off of Luca Romanelli. Behind the net, Krupp. And instead, it's Hudson Venom moving it up. Venom with a move down. Puck swamped down, and it will be an icing. Correction on that. Wasn't Krupp, it was Caden Lang. 9:18 remaining in the first. Class AAA quarterfinals on the North Catholic Sports Network and 10-band TV. Do not be alarmed. This is a doubleheader, and we had to try to get as many games in as possible on this Monday night because Thursday starts the Mid-Am Districts playing in Columbus, Ohio for the boys, and right here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center for the girls as it's nearing national season in club hockey. Imler turns and shoots. It hits off the end boards. Mock fires into the belly of Hayden Beisch, and he'll hang on. Shots are 4 apiece as both teams not really able to get much going offensively aside from that Rygaard goal at even strength. And here is the man himself, Braden Rygaard, taking on Graham Ressler in the dot left side. And it's won by Mount Lebanon, but it goes into South Fayette hands. Shot got through Petter, but it goes to the near corner. Battle as that takes an interesting geometry down, and it won't make it for icing. Petter taken down, no penalty. Dylan Mock saved at the line by Eberhardt, and it takes a looping try off the glass behind the net. Ressler racing back for it. South Fayette controls. Daniel Hudson plays one for Petter. Ended up as a center. Hudson couldn't stick to it. No one at the points for South Fayette with Rygaard or Santino Vezio could handle it, so it goes back to their defensive zone. Petter moves it forward. Lobanov fires! Save made by Hayden Beisch. .7:45 remaining in the first. D'Alessandro taking a draw against Liam Shin, and D'Alessandro won it! Score! Nathaniel Keller off the draw! rifles one over the shoulder of Hayden Bache. It's 2-0 South Fayette. Puck into the zone for South Fayette. Flicked off the glass by Nathan Tran. And the Lions lead 2-0 on the road at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. D'Alessandro moves it back into the zone. Puck skipped down near Ankrum, but it goes to length while wheeling for an icing. So Keller from D'Alessandro at 7:41 remaining in the first makes it 2-0 South Fayette. D'Alessandro to take the draw. Dashewski won it down, and it goes for icing again. So from the right dot, or rather left dot, directions are overrated. We'll do it again. And actually, instead, they'll overrule it and put it in the right dot, but in the offensive zone of Mount Lebanon. I'm confused by it as well. So are the South Fayette faithful. Thought that was an icing. Zolkowski will take the draw as he goes against Robert Chiappetta. Zolkowski wins his shot quickly, and it goes wide on the near post by Staszewski. Zolkowski racing for it. Petter finished off by him, and then another finish by Caden Lane. Chiappetta moves it up for Eli Petter. Petter's long shot into the glove, and the referee with a quick whistle on Bache forces a face-off in his own defensive zone. 6:24 remaining in the first. 2-0 South Fayette. Shot 6-4. No ice cut after one, so after a mini break, we'll be back with period number 2. The second intermission is where we'll have the ice cut. Resler won it back. Nathan Tran on his backhand lost it. Liam Powers intercepts. And here comes Ben Kurta as he motors into the zone. Tran wins it in the right corner. Kurta coming in there for some assistance. And it's back to him on the right half wall. Steps off the wall. Shot denied by Ankrum. Thrown off the glass. Couldn't be handled. Hot potato for Tran. And they'll motor it back in on the wheel. Eli Petter has it for South Fayette. Big hit by Xavier Bias as he steps up on Rocco Bolavina. Dylan Mock has it. Pressured on his backhand by Shim. Krupp won it back and into the glove of Jackson Ankrum, and he hangs on. Face off in the left circle. It'll be Liam Shin taking on Robert Chiappetta, the assistant captain for South Fayette. Shin wins it. Offerman at the left point watching. Bias also on the left half wall trying to keep it in. They fish at it, and then it's flicked up over Offerman, and racing back to keep up with it is Pierce Canardi. Finds Brian Offerman, the captain of Mount Lebanon. Eli Petter moves it up off the half wall into neutral ice. Shin motors in. Makes a move, but he's in between 3 South Fayette defenders. Braden Imler will move it up, and Opperman catches it, spins back, dumps it in. Krupp on the right half wall. Meeting with Petter. Bias helping out down the boards. Chiappetta on his backhand, bounces one off the end wall, intercepted by Bias, moved on for Tran to do it again at the right circle. Staszewski over for Lineham. His shot from the left point deflected in to the netting. Staszewski had the deflection. That one off of him out of play.
Most of the quarterfinals and all of semis and finals. Visit 10band.tv and visit the PIHL channel to view all the action.
I'll say it was off of Ankrum.
PIHL Penguins Cup playoffs. These games will be live and on demand by the 10band TV crew. Again, that is
One of the referees having a talk at the bench with Jeremy Church, the head coach at Mount Lebanon. And also the assistants as well. Shot into the belly of Ankrum. Coming from Zolkowski off the draw. Staszewski tied up at the draw, has it at the left circle. Moves over a Lebanon shot, goes into the netting from Nathan Tran. 4:13 remaining in the first. 2-0 South Fayette off of goals from Nathaniel Keller, assisted by Trevor D'Alessandro and Braden Reiger. Slapped around. D'Alessandro over for Nate Keller, the last goal scorer in today's game. This slides through the netting out of play. What a place to work, huh? As you can see, we have kids right behind us here as it's a standing room only crowd here at Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Lobanov tried to whip it forward. Eberhard intercepts. Bias trying to race back forward. Santino Vezio and company move it back in. Sam Eberhard motors it around the boards. Keller collects. Sandwiched off by the big man Opperman. Keller window dressing and then just puts a Murphy dump into the opposite corner. Smart moves, but Offerman, that's a lot of window to get through. Ankrum got a piece of it. Eli Petter banks it off the boards and down. No strength for icing. Opperman with some space had to connect with Krupp and into the zone. South Fayette possession. Eli Petter, the senior defenseman and captain, moves it forward. Trevor D'Alessandro got a shoulder into him by Opperman, and now they jostle up against the boards. Another closeout by Wrestler. Bias manages to get through a defender and pushes it to neutral ice. Petter on the tape of Snyder. Chiappetta loads up the speed. And here's Mason Imler. Imler's shot off the side of the net. Opperman backhanded flip. That was a bad idea, Nathan Snyder, but his shot got blocked. Ben Curto was up looking for a breakaway pass, couldn't get it. Opperman and company having trouble at the bench, and that's too many men. Zach Lineham will take the penalty box visit for Mount Lebanon as it's too many men on the Blue Devils, and it's another chance for South Fayette to take advantage of and extend their lead. Shots are 7 apiece. It's a bench miner. Bench miner for Mount Lebanon, served by Lynham. Cleared by Liam Shen, and it's stopped by Jackson Ankrum. South Fayette 17 of 51 on power plays, first in Class AAA. Mount Lebanon 35 of 51 penalties killed. That's last in the conference. They have one shorthanded goal to their credit this season. 30 seconds into the bench miner there, and Keller's shot from a crazy angle denied by Beish. Chiappetta pressured by Bias, and he has to work his way to neutral ice. Bias on the chase. Chiappetta motors forward towards the center circle. Stolen by Bias and company. A 2-on-1. Shoots! And it goes wide. Nearly danger for South Fayette. D'Alessandro whips it around the boards. Stilley down low with some help, trying to get the keep. And Beish stops the music with 59.7 seconds remaining in the first. 44 seconds remaining on the bench miner for too many men on Mount Lebanon, down by 2. Rygaard won the face-off. Romanelli moves it down low. Rygaard trying to chase it back. Romanelli and company keep it in. Rygaard and Wall. Slid down, might have lost an edge with Conardi. He's back up on his feet. Rygaard, the assistant captain, turns back. Mason Imler to Lobanov. Try to center. Luca Romanelli has it. 10 on the bench miner. In front, Lobanov might have been touched at the last second by Krupp. Lobanov got some space in the slot. Still has the handle. Penalty time up. We're back to even strength. Lobanov has it. Oh, he got freight trained by Staszewski. Tran, his shot goes wide at the near post, trying to turn it back as South Fayette. And that will do it for the first period. A lot of action between these two teams. 2-0 South Fayette after 1. This is PIHL Playoff Hockey on North Catholic Sports Network and 10-Band TV. Teams switch sides to begin period number 2. Mount Lebanon in the white with blue shoulders. Yellow stripes as well. They go left to right across your screen. South Fayette in the green and white go right to left. Brayden Rygaard opened the scoring 2 minutes and 49 seconds into the first, unassisted, and then with 9:19 played in the first, Nate Keller, the assist to Trevor D'Alessandro. Referees have been warning a lot on face-offs about players starting off the draw too early. We're underway in period number 2. Offsides, 6 seconds in. Face-off won by South Fayette. Puck fished back into the neutral zone. Zokowski trying to win it back behind the net. Working back is Caden Lane. Still loose, and Keller has it. Managed to skew it forward for Eli Petter. And out of the zone. Caden Lane, pressure. Canardi dumps it in. Randall Fisher for South Fayette lost the handle. And Zolkowski, he's robbed by Ankrum. Got it back right in the slot. And he couldn't bury it because Ankrum right on top of it, squeezes it shut. And he keeps it a 2-0 lead for South Fayette. Puck to the half wall, recovered by Mount Lebanon. Krupp shot goes wide at the near post. Bias has it back in the slot, shot deflected out of play. Face-off will stay in the offensive zone of Mount Lebanon, down by 2. 1 minute and 1 second played in the second period. Shin on the win. Krupp shot into the glove of Ankrum. So we'll just reset from the left circle. Fresh troops for South Fayette. Keller back with D'Alessandro. A tie up in the skates. Shin wins it anyway. Lynham takes it down the boards for Petter. Krupp closed it off. Center in front. Bias looking for the garbage, but Ankrum shuts it down. Left circle's been our friend to begin this second period. Another draw. Won by Mount Lebanon again. Shot goes wide. Sent on Ankrum, save made, and then it's dumped down by Petter. And this will stray away from ice for icing. Minute 28 played in the second, 2-0 Lions, as most of the play has been in the Mount Lebanon offensive zone. Resler will take the draw this time. Won by Mount Lebanon, save rebound. Couldn't be buried by Powers off the shot originally from Eberhardt. And he has it, takes it down low. Mount Lebanon with some traction. But now it's finally moved out by the Lions. D'Alessandro turned aside by Eberhardt at the line, but it stays down. Rygaard shot, save made by Beisch. A giveaway out in front, and it's not buried. Somehow it stayed out, and Beisch finally puts a stop to the music. So when it looked like all the play went down on the Mount Lebanon end, finally South Fayette moves it to their offensive zone and already put Mount Lebanon into some danger. Chiappetta for the Lions will take the draw against Shin for Mount Lebanon. Face-off controlled by South Fayette. On a second effort, Xavier Bias dumps it in. Clangs off the end wall. Recovered by Krupp. In the far corner. Out high, shot into the shin pads of a Lion, and that was Brody File. Bias looking to dump it, hits off of Petter. Second effort will send it in. Luca Romanelli behind the net. Nearly lost the handle. Recovers, and now is sandwiched up behind the end wall. Shin to Nathan Tran. His shot absorbed by Ankrum. Only one penalty so far in today's game. A bench minor for too many men on the ice as the puck was skittered up in the first period against the Mount Lebanon bench. It's 10:01. If this was radio, there would be a station ID. Mount Lebanon controls the draw. Lane racing after it. Romanelli sends it around the horn. Could not be stopped by Zach Lynham. Mount Lebanon in neutral territory with Lane. Tran keeps it. That should be a hand pass, and it is. .304 played, 2-0 South Fayette with 2 goals in the first period. Shots are 13-9 in favor of Mount Lebanon as they started off this second period with most of the play in their offensive zone. At the break, the shots were 8-7 in favor of South Fayette. Puck flips into the bench by Offerman. Face off near the Mount Lebanon defensive zone. Chiappetta and Shin to do the draw. Mason Imler trying to win that, can't. Petter hits it off of Santino Vezio. Venom moves it in. Chiappetta looking for it. Mason Imler sends it, deflected behind the net. Venom stopped up and a whistle. And the net off the moorings. That's why play blown dead. Thank you for joining us on the North Catholic Sports Network and 10-Band TV. This is the second of our doubleheader from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Earlier tonight, Chartiers Valley advanced to the semifinals with a 5-0 victory over North Catholic. Winner of this game takes on North Allegheny or Central Catholic in the semifinals next Monday at the Robert Morris Island Sports Center. Zolkowski taken down. Vezio had his stick lodged in his equipment. Caden Lane, his shot, blockered aside by Ankrum. He's been a brick wall in this game. Zolkowski's shot rifled to the glass. Mason Imler trying to race after it. Offerman on an edge, flips it forward. Here comes Imler from one knee, sticked aside by Beish. Lane grounds it into the far corner. Quick movement, 2-on-1 for South Fayette. Taken down was Venom by Bias. Staying with it is D'Alessandro. Marks his way to the net, into the skates of a South Fayette player. D'Alessandro, a jam attempt canceled out by Beish. Right circle face-off, 12:22 remaining in the second. And they move it to the left circle now. Keller to take the draw against Shin. South Fayette controls it. D'Alessandro works it over, a shot. Lubinoff denied by Beish. Mikhail Lobanov managed to get that push pass from D'Alessandro, had an open space, and it's denied by Beish. D'Alessandro wants to move forward, can't. Goes back to the port, motor to the near corner by Dylan Mock. Petter intercepts the pass, puts it in the feet of D'Alessandro, and Tran slides one over for Eberhardt. Baez tips it into the zone. South Fayette cancels out another chance. Lobanov trying to put it through his skates forward. Griffin Krupp has it. Krupp's shot stopped before the wickets of Ankrum, and he hangs on. .520 played in the second, 2-0 South Fayette. Goals from Nate Keller and Braden Reigard in the first period, the difference. Wrestler lost the draw. South Fayette controls. Imler moves it up the boards. Venom right near the penalty boxes. Giappetta works it inside his offensive zone. Petter moves it back down the wall at the left point. Giappetta works it back up the Petter. Left point, his shot. Nearly deflected by Keller. It's still loose in front. Quick whistle by the referees. It was still in front of Beish. Right circle face-off for Braden Reigard and Liam Shin. Reigard and Shin battle, and Shin won the draw for Mount Lebanon. Bias closed off his path on the boards. Puck in between the Zamboni entrance as it's right down the middle here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. One back by Hudson, tipped in by File for South Fayette. Off the shoulder of Romanelli. Shin tracks it down. Bias trying to close it off. Canardi's shot hit a line in front. Clapped down by Brody File, and it's an icing, South Fayette. 6:26 played as we had a lot of whistles here. The flow was flowing in the first period, but the second, it's been a whistle every other 40 seconds. Face-off, slides past the face of goal, past Ankrum into the corner. Keller has it, 2-on-2 with D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro works his way to the middle, his shot weakly towards the net, handled by Beish, and he covers up. Face-off controlled by Mount Lebanon. Caden Lane didn't have a stick ready for it, and that forces an icing. South Fayette wins the draw. Keller works it down low. D'Alessandro in the far corner. Keller trying to send it forward for Lobanov. Can't get through Caden Lane. Zolkowski trying to race back to win it in. Staszewski dumps it in. Zokowski, with the Polish names, wins it back. Staszewski. Mikhail Lobanov enters the zone. Canceled out by Zach Lynham. Hayden Zokowski through center ice. Tran, slap shot. Caught the glass high. He tried to go high blocker. Lynham, and again we have an icing. Face off at the right dot. Won by South Fayette, and Petter backhands it around the boards. Stopped up by Mount Lebanon. And now here comes the Lions. Hudson Venom moves it in the zone. Mason Imler. Sidestep for Liam Powers. In stride, Ben Kurta down the right circle. His shot motored over the crossbar and caught the glass. Kurta, quick center. No one home. Powers was nearby. Well, he couldn't do much else with it. Eli Petter sends it in. Looped around the boards. Venom can't keep up with it. Kicks up to the right half wall. And here we go again with Graham Resler. Now he'll send it in. Vezio stopped up. Fanned on the pass. Had another man with him. Chiappetto just sends it out of his defensive zone. Sent back down, Vezio. Bias won it back, but couldn't do much with it. Banked off the glass and down for, guess what, an icing. 8:05 remaining in the second period. Face off into the corner. Bias taking off his skates. South Fayette moves forward. D'Alessandro looking for Lobanov. It's turned aside by Tran. At the right point, Dylan Mock works his way down low. Spins, has body position, but couldn't get a pass away. Facing his opposite 15, Nathan Tran makes a move, but it's closed up into the skates of Pierce Canardi. Griffin Krupp dumps it in. Bias on the right half wall, races in, keeps it in Mount Lebanon possession center. It's over for Tran. His shot blocked by Keller for South Fayette. Looking for an opportunity is Shin. Up the wall, Canardi. Right point, Tran. Handles the bank. Moves down low for Bias. Circles out. Centers Krupp. Shot it over the net. Canardi tried to keep it in. Hit off of him. Dumped back in. Calling for a hand pass. Offsides. Krupp is still down low. It finally moves forward. As play continues, 6:48 remaining in the second. Tran dumps it in, far corner. Staszewski trying to race back for it. Taken down is Krupp by Eli Petter. File, right wing, chips and chases. Finds an open man, looking for Daniel Hudson. Fresh from the bench is Nathan Snyder. Tran moves it up, no one home, and this will go down for an icing. 6:11 remaining in the second. Shots on goal, 15-13. In favor of the home team, Mount Lebanon, in this Penguins Cup Class AAA quarterfinal. Winner moves on to the island next week as they take on either North Allegheny or Central Catholic. That next Monday, March 10th. You can catch that game on 10-band TV. Staszewski's shot off the glove of Ankrum, cleared into the corner by Petter. Caden Lane, his shot swallowed by Ankrum, no rebound. Ankrum, the anchor so far for South Fayette, as he's faced all that Mount Lebanon can bring in this second period. "17 shots faced, 17 saves so far. Not a bad day at the office." Ankrum again makes a save, and that one might have changed up on him. In fun times after 10 p.m., the Wi-Fi closes out here at Mount Lebanon, so no live stats for the boy at the time. 5:43 remaining in the second period. I haven't had to worry about scoring so far. Nothing doing. Ankrum nearly in trouble with Staszewski, but he avoids the pickle stab and hangs on. 5:30 remaining in the second. Chiapetta and Shin on the faceoff. Petter, long pass on for Keller, off his hands, but played by Mount Lebanon's Brian Opperman. Robert Chiapetta centers, looking for Nate Keller. Instead, Eli Petter score! On the slap shot, Eli Petter! 5:14 remaining in the second. South Fayette 3, Mount Lebanon nothing. Daniel Hudson down the right wing. Turns, centered, and also taken out while he was trying to make that play by Zach Lynham. Center in front, Lynham cancels that out. Bias moves down the left wing, but Krupp pushed it into his own bench. So it's Chiapetta picking up the assist. Petter gets his first of the playoffs. South Fayette controls the draw. Pushed back in by Mount Lebanon, no icing. Ankrum stops it up at the side. Petter throws it up the wall. D'Alessandro moves it forward, looking for Lobanoff. Pressuring his man, Nathan Tran, stays with him, but Tran moves it up. Petter will flip it into the opposite corner. Zach Lynham recovers. Mount Lebanon possession down by 3. 4:20 remaining before intermission. Luca Romanelli sends it back in for the Lions. With it is Tran. Takes a sandwich from Lobanoff. Getting low is Resler hitting a Lion, moves up. Here's Liam Powers. Scoop and chase behind the net. Big hit behind the net by Keller. But he's got to take a penalty as he went high, and it was an elbow. Ben Curta immediately pointed to it. That's too high with the elbow. And Mount Lebanon will have their first chance at the power play tonight. Lebo with 10 power play goals on 56 chances, 17.9%. That's 7th in Class AAA. South Fayette, 35 of 45 on the kill, 77.8%. That's 5th. Bias shot through traffic, got through to Ankrum, who handles it and covers up. And Ankrum smarting a little bit after that. 3:41 remaining in the second. Elbowing minor on Nate Keller. Staszewski on the draw from the left circle. D'Alessandro will take the draw against Staszewski. Controlled by the Lions. Whip it off the glass. Krupp saves it. Power play opportunity. Bias over for Krupp. Leads in. Fires. Deflected off the block. D'Alessandro giving up the body. And it's cleared out to neutral ice by the Lions. First opportunity at the power play for Mount Lebanon. Ankrum stopped it and thought better of it as he'll just blow play dead. 3:13 remaining in the second. Discussion at the bench with the Mount Lebanon coaching staff. Long discussion at the bench.
Fans, please stop throwing items on the playing surface.
And it looks like fans have decided.
This may result in a penalty for the home squad.
So the fans were throwing stuff on the ice. Not sure who it would be. I guess I'd have to guess it's the Mount Lebanon faithful. But of course, there also could be an issue with South Fayette's side as well, as they're on the kill. So in short, we're not exactly sure. Bias shot deflected up into the stanchions high above the lights here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Pine Richland and Seneca Valley did battle earlier today. Seneca Valley defeats Pine Richland 3-1. Upper St. Clair defeats Thomas Jefferson 5-4. So that's the first of the semifinals equation. Now the later matchups playing a giveaway. Chiappetta denied. Not sure how Besh didn't see it. He wasn't sure if he even saved it. 38 seconds remaining on a penalty towards Keller. Ankrum shot saved. Net off the moorings. Play continues. Referee puts the moorings back to continue play. Staszewski had it taken away from him and dumped down. Besh plays the puck up. Zolkowski moves it into the zone. 10 seconds on the penalty to Keller. Caden Lane had the puck stop up on him on some crazy ice. Lane comes back. Penalty time up. We're back to even strength. Petter moves it up, and Keller sends it in. Fresh from the penalty, he continues on the ice. Mount Lebanon in the final minute 32, icing. Looking to make something happen and try to cut into this deficit before we head to intermission. Shots 18-14 in favor of Mount Lebo, but they're down 3-0 to South Fayette. Shot finds a way to Beish, and he handles it to force a whistle. So with Thomas Jefferson following in the quarterfinals, South Fayette alongside them moved up from AA to AAA. They're looking to be the ones that move up. Keller in front, jam attempt, save made by Beish. Bias clears it. Petter moves it up, and Keller got a deflection, or actually they say it's icing. So it was close, but eagle eye by the referee, the linesman, says it's an ice. 1:09 remaining. Mount Lebanon gets an offensive zone draw. Have not been able to solve Ankrum today. Shin and Chiappetta on the draw. Shin wins it. Tran sends it down the wall. Shin racing after it. Recovered by Staszewski. Sets it up high. Offerman shot. Another absorbed by Ankrum. 57.1 seconds remaining in the second. Face off, won by Keller on the backhand, intended for D'Alessandro. Chiappetta races onto it. In the offensive zone, looking for Keller. Still sandwiched up between the side wall. D'Alessandro puts a shoulder into a man. Chiappetta wins it back. Keller settles it down, scores! Nate Keller picking up his second. The assist to Chiappetta. And South Fayette, with 33 seconds remaining in the second, has extended their lead 4-0. Offsides, Mount Lebanon out of sorts.
South Fayette come on his second in the playoffs and second in the game. Score by number 43, Nathaniel Keller.
Chiappetta picks up his second assist. Keller picks up his second goal. 20 seconds remaining in the second. As it's deuces wild now, as South Fayette moves up. Mason Imler wins the race, score! But he's offside. Imler just couldn't toe the line, but he was in a fight with a Blue Devil defender, got it through. Got it through. Beish, they got to eliminate the goal. It's not 5-0 South Fayette. Back into the Mount Lebanon zone. Can they capitalize? 6.3 to go. Shin trying to win it forward. Pushed down by Keller. And that will end the second period of play. South Fayette doing it and doing it well. 4-0 after 2. This is PIHL Penguins Cup Hockey on the North Catholic Sports Network and 10-Band TV. Third period about to begin on the North Catholic Sports Network and 10-Band TV. 4-0 South Fayette. We'll give you the goal countdown. 14:11 remaining in the first. Braden Rygard unassisted. 7:41 remaining in the first. Nate Keller, his first assist to Trevor D'Alessandro. In the second, 5:14 remaining. Eli Petter assists to Robert Chiappetta. And then with 16:27 played in the second, Nate Keller gets his second and assist to Robert Chiappetta. And that is your scoring here today. Shots between these two periods, 20-16 in favor of Mount Lebanon. In the first period, 8-7 in favor of South Fayette. In the second period, 13-12 in favor of Mount Lebanon, who started off that second period about as hot as you could. They kept on getting icings. They kept on getting offensive zone draws, but they could not get past the wall named Jackson Ankrum, who's been absolutely fantastic in this game. 20 shots faced, 20 saves. On the other side, Hayden Bache, it's been a night to forget. 16 shots faced, 12 saves made. He's allowed 4 goals. As it looks like the quarterfinal woes may continue for Mount Lebanon. Mount Lebanon, in 10 of their last 15 playoff appearances, have had their seasons end in the quarterfinals, and it's looking like 11 of 16. Unless they do something in this third period, a tremendous comeback, it's looking like it'll be another quarterfinal loss for the Blue Devils. Fresh cut of ice. South Fayette in the green and white go left to right across your screen. Mount Lebanon in the white, blue, and gold right to left. And we're underway with the third period of the Class AAA Penguins Cup quarterfinals. Hudson Venom sandwiched up behind the net. Fire, score! From a crazy angle, it's Mason Imler picking up the goal. 13 seconds in. Now it's 5-0 South Fayette. And now it looks like we've got a change in net. Gus Zenter so Hayden Bache's night is done. Mason Imler picks up the goal. Assist to Hudson Venom. And Ankrum again, an anchor for South Fayette. Face-off controlled by Mount Lebanon. Center in front, Dylan Mock cuts it off and sends it up. Mikhail Lobanoff pushed it sideways, and it's sent back by the Blue Devils, down 5-0 as we're in the first minute of the third period. Sandwich in front, shim denied by Ankrum. Centering pass taken out by Mock. Lobanoff can't clear, saved by Tran at the line. Now here comes Lobanoff as he brings it into the zone. Down his right wing. Got past Opperman. Sent it in front. And it's turned aside by Mount Lebanon. Xavier Baez through a fight with Petter, tried to center it. Krzyzewski was there, but he can't get it. Sent back in as Mount Lebanon shellacked by South Fayette. They had to switch goaltenders. Gus Zenter now in. Zenter has not had a decision this season. Petter flips it back in. Pierce Kennardy moved it up the wing for Aiden Zolkowski. Zolkowski dumps it in, hits off the end boards for Eli Petter and South Fayette to recover. Met at the line, shot denied by Ankrum, as once again he's strong. Zolkowski, it just seems elementary for Jackson Ankrum. Wrestler trying to win a draw for Mount Lebanon, and once again, strong is South Fayette in the dot. Vidak into the game with Vezio. Center in front, that hit off of Wrestler in front, and then it caroms into the net, shot blocked. Keller wins the draw. Petter moves it around the horn. Jackson Stilley, someone lost a glove. And it's Opperman who kicks at it while putting his glove back on. Kept play alive momentarily. And Zach Lynham will take it from behind his net. Flings it off the glass. Vidak keeps it in for South Fayette. Rocco Bovalino into the game. Vezio steps in. Change up, goes wide of the far post. Big hit coming from Ben Kurta, but he's guilty of an infraction. Kurta will get the gate, and South Fayette will go back on the power play. 13:34 remaining in the third. Mason Imler's goal, 13 seconds in, extends South Fayette's lead to 5-0. Hudson Venom picking up the assist.
South Fayette goal, his first in the playoffs, scored by number 9, Mason Imler. Assisted by number 7, Hudson Venom. Time of the goal, 16.
Lions on the power play. Robert Chiappetta takes it behind the net. Now faces up at right point on one skate, shot into a shin pad. Back to Chiappetta, his shot low, save made by Gus Zenter. Liam Shin moves it behind the net. Pass deflected back to him, and now here's Xavier Bias. Bias to Shin, he couldn't handle the pass. He recovers, spins back, takes a hit from Chiappetta. Keller tried to line up Bias, but Bias zips through it. Reverses, stops and starts, but can't make a move through there. Big hit coming from Chase Staszewski as he takes out a Lion and goes back to his defensive positioning. But Chiappetta breaks through for South Fayette. Power move to the hole, centers it in front, it finds its way in! Robert Chiappetta! Everything going green and white tonight, as the man who's got 2 apples, now you could give him a goal as well. Goal coming with 12:18 remaining in the third. 6-0 South Fayette. Timeout, Mount Lebanon. Actually, correction, they give the assist to Chiappetta. But man, it looked like it could have gone either way. So Chiappetta, correction, picks up the assist. It's Jackson Stilley picking up the goal, so Stilley picks up the goal. Chiappetta now has 3 assists. Very close to being a goal for Chiappetta, but 3 points is still 3 points. Brady File dumps it in as the woes continue in the quarterfinals for Mount Lebanon. 5 minutes played in the third, and it's looking like another quarterfinals loss for Mount Lebanon. Curta closed off by Luca Romanelli. Puck up in skates of Romanella and Curta. He works off the wall, and it's another glove save by Ankrum. Brick walls, fly traps, whatever you want to call them, Ankrum has been the man for South Fayette tonight. Snyder has it for South Fayette. Petter rolls it around. Kennardi keeps it in for Mount Lebanon. Eli Petter takes it behind the net. Rolled up for Kennardi to keep it for the Blue Devils. Mount Lebanon still trying to get something to grow on for next year's. Bad save by Ankrum. Petter moves it forward. Rolled back in. That was Cam Meyer getting some extra minutes. Mason Vidak's shot, deflected, goes into the far corner. Rolling to it, Sam Eberhardt. Going 1-on-3 was Zokowski, and nothing doing there. Lynham dumps it in. Or actually, South Fayette has it dumped in. Lynham recovers it and sends it back out. Staszewski for Mount Lebanon. Turns on the speed. Through center ice, had it pickpocketed. Nate Keller, his shot blocked. Might have been fanned on by Lynham. Second effort save made. And Hayden Bache actually went back into the net. So Bache re-enters into the game as they close back the curtain on Gus Center and reopen it for Hayden Bache. Puck control by Mount Lebanon. Griffin Krupps dump in, blocked and sent out of play. Face off just before the South Fayette defensive zone. Jackson Stilley picking up the goal assist to Robert Chiappetta, his third of the night in the assist tally. Grant Bullock in the game for Mount Lebanon, getting some time. Slapped in, Opperman. Sent around for Griffin Cup. Shing closed off. Rupp trying to move it up. Chiappetta saves it at the line. Good move. And his shot might have been blocked by his teammate Venom. William Shin takes it through neutral ice down the right wing. Chips it off the boards. Petter races it up the wall, kept in by Opperman. Shot goes through the crease wide. Shin behind the net. Chiappetta works it free. Hudson Venom moves up the wall. Puck up for Liam Powers, and it's sent down by Chiappetta, and it nearly got towards goal on Hayden Bache. But it goes for icing. 8:44 remaining in the third. One more goal by South Fayette puts us in Mercy Rule territory, where the clock will continue to run. What a night for the Lions it's been. Five different goal scorers on the board for South Fayette, including two by Nate Keller. But maybe the biggest star of them all is Jackson Ankrum. It's not your average shutout in which there's nothing doing in a blowout 6-0 lead. No, he's had to be on top of it a lot tonight. Santino Vezio moves it back into his zone accidentally as he couldn't handle it. Luca Romanelli takes it behind the net, sends it up for Daniel Hudson. Sticking with it is Sam Eberhardt. Puck deflected through and save made by Ankrum. .7:58 remaining in the third, and what looks to be a trip to the semifinals for the South Fayette Lions. Control for the Lions as they push it up the right wall. Closed off by Lynham and Mount Lebanon. Hand pass, fought for. And now on a second effort, high stick for Lynham. He'll have to watch it played by Mikhail Lobanoff. Lobanoff had it tipped away. Cam Mayers, scoop. And he had it stopped. Very nearly got through, but Ankrum once again strong to it. Sent down by South Fayette. And the scooper just not working, much like most things working for Mount Lebanon tonight against him. Meyer stopped in front. Ankrum might have flashed 5-0 as he's feeling fancy and nearly scooped through. But again, strong to it as he's always been tonight. Offerman unloaded by D'Alessandro. And he also took a piece of D'Alessandro while he was at it. Eli Petter deflected in by D'Alessandro. Grant Follick whipped it behind the net. Staszewski moves it up the wall, and Zolkowski dumps it in. 6:47 remaining in the third. A collision out in front, centered, nothing doing. South Fayette moving forward. Might be a 3-on-2 if they hurt it. Keller couldn't center it. Open man was Venom for a moment. Staszewski kicks it in. Eli Petter races up with it. Petter, one-man fast break as a defender. Blockered aside by Hayden Bache. Tilly trying to center it, no one home. Vidak to Dylan Mock. Vidak quickly wanted to move that for Bovalino, nothing doing. Zolkowski rolling in with shin. Canceled out by the Lions again. Romanelli this time doing the honors. And then he blocks a centering pass. Bias had it. Second whack. And he skitters it behind the net. 5:40 remaining in the third. Bias pressured by two Lions. Flicked up. The chant is let's go Lions. If they have ever had something happy to be about through this game. Puck set down by Mount Lebanon, no icing, as Eli Petter, the captain for South Fayette, flicks it, wrangles off the glass. Griffin Krupp centers it, nearly got it to Resler. Got the outside of the post, Krupp, and maybe a save made by Ankrum as well. Canardi, low shot, went wide of the far post. Under 5 remaining in regulation. Chiappetta has it. Stops and starts, reverses course, and sneaks it for Randall Fisher. Chiappetta has it now as Fisher sent it up. And just send it sideways as will allow possession for Mount Lebanon. Changes also upcoming for Mount Lebanon. Trying to avoid too many men. They had that penalty earlier in the game. Well, the power play between both games have not clicked here from Mount Lebanon tonight. A giveaway. Back for Imler. His shot might have been fanned on, might have been blocked by Lynham. Vezio deflected it off of Resler's stick and it went wide. Nathan Tran with 3:49 remaining in the third. Liam Powers moves it up as Graham Resler had it canceled out. Tran again for Resler, neutral ice. Open man down the right wing is Powers. Powers, center in front, it's saved by Ankrum on a sneaky shot. Quick moving, come the Lions. Imler's shot affected by Lynham stepping up. Vezio flags it down on the hop. Move forward and Keller hits it off the glass and deep. Center in front. And no one home for Lobanov. Lobanov works his way in front. Centering pass. D'Alessandro looking for more. Not this time. Worked around the end boards. Another centering pass by Lobanov. No one home. Canceled out by Mount Lebanon. Alex Maxim, as the bench continues to clear for Mount Lebanon in what looks to be their final game of the season, again in the quarterfinals. This will be the 4th straight season, and finally the hot streak for Ankrum ends as it's Alex Maxim finally getting the Blue Devils on the board. Maybe one thing to smile about for the senior, Alex Maxim, but in a senior-laden lineup for Mount Lebanon, they come away empty again in the playoffs.
Alex Maxim, his first goal in the playoffs, assisted by number 97, Cam Mayer. Time of the goal,
Cam Meyer picks up the assist with 2:27 remaining in the third. Lane, battle up the boards. Opperman's shot went wide. Petter up the left wing. Brady foul. Trying to make the move. Ryhard with the steal. but nothing doing as South Fayette this time sent away and back on defense. Mount Lebanon, nothing doing here tonight except that one goal by Alex Maxim, assisted by Cam Meyer. Ankrum lost his shutout, but still hasn't lost his stride. He makes the save and hangs on. A minute 20 remaining in regulation. And another trip to RMU for the semifinals for the South Fayette Lions. Last year, eliminated in the first round by the eventual Penguins Cup runner-up, Penn Trafford. Working free, and making the save on Maxim is Enkert. Shot deflected out of play. Shot by Grant Volek. One minute remaining in regulation. Stilley's shot. Blocker high in the sky. Play remains. Maxim moves it over. Josh Lemon. Alex Maxim moved up, and it'll be recovered by Mikhail Lobanov, or rather Vezio, excuse me. Played up is Rocco Bovalino. Mason Vidak sends it wide, across the crease. 20 seconds remaining in regulation. A dominant victory for South Fayette, but maybe one more for Cam Meyer. Fires it wide on the far post. Trailing down the right wing. Opperman, one last try, blocked, and it goes on to Ankrum with 3 seconds remaining. Maybe a long clock in that situation, but the result well in hand. 3 seconds remaining. Looked like Ankrum had that with about 4.2. One last face-off will do it. South Fayette, a game to never forget. Opperman takes the face-off, moves in, but that will do it. South Fayette on to the Class AAA semifinals, moving up from Class AA. And they'll take on the winner of North Allegheny versus Central Catholic. Next week at RMU, a week from today. 6-1's our final score. Jackson Ankrum gets our first star of the game with 30 saves on 31 shots. Robert Chiappetta picks up a star as well with 3 assists. The second star, and a great one, is Nate Keller with 2 goals, and Chiappetta picks up the third here tonight. Congratulations on a wonderful season for Mount Lebanon, but of course not the result they wanted, as again they fall in the quarterfinals. One last time our final score: South Fayette 6, Mount Lebanon 1. South Fayette on to the semifinals at RMU next week. Thanks to Patrick Sharp of the North Catholic Sports Network for his fantastic job producing tonight. Also thanks to the other cameraman. I sadly did not get his name, but he did a great job as well capturing the action. And of course, thanks to everyone here at North Catholic for the opportunities to do this. John Hoffman as well, his son Owen, thank them. And from Mount Lebanon Ice Center, 6-1 South Fayette. Good night, everybody.